Hello, everybody. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's a little Winner Circle Free for All Friday, the live show on the Winner Circle YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell on so you know when we do the live show on Friday. Maybe somebody will come in, maybe they won't. Listen, I do a show every day by myself. I could talk for hours on end, but we're not going to do that, and we're going to bore you. We got some college hoops, conference basketball tournaments underway here. But before I start talking about those, hit the like, share, subscribe. So you know, again, NBA free picks, college basketball free picks, soon to be Major League Baseball free picks. Where do we go? Did we sweep the board yesterday? NBA, I think we swept the board. Me, Chip, and Doug Upstone. NBA free picks now. We are 33 and 36 of free. 33 and 36 with our free picks. Not great. Listen, the free picks are what the free picks are. GamblesRoll.net is our sponsor for our premium stuff. Chip Chirimbes number one, 62%. Or no, he's not number one. He's number one in money. Tim Fight 62%. Again, premium stuff at GamblesRoll.net. College basketball, though, 32 and 25. Me, Brian Biller, Matt Fargo, pretty good with our free picks there, 32 and 25 on college hoops. I'm number one in the college hoops money, 331 wins. I'm looking, the number two guy is 36 wins. I don't know if the number three guy is 56. I got 331. I'm doing something right. Doug Upstone, if you like the ice, crushing it in NHL. I mean, dude, the guy's he's on a 67% run, Doug. Excellent work by Doug. But the hockey, bro, 61%. Holy cow. Anyway, GamblesRoll.net, again, the sponsor of our channel, so be sure to check them out. Doug also does a little newsletter there, Shoot to Rock for NBA, college basketball, and Major League Baseball comes around. There will be a little newsletter from him as well on the Gamblers Roll page. Last but not least, if you want premium picks from me, Paul Bovey, Mark Lawrence, Jim Feist, Doc's Doc's on here. Doc's on the leaderboard here for hockey. Rob Vitellene, Chip Chirimbes, Kyle Hunter. We got you covered. 3/7/38 packages guaranteed. Show you a profit over that time and credit you back. Plus, my other favorite is the day pass, $69.99. All picks for that day. Boom. There you go. Enjoy. Let's. I'm going to tweet this out here on my own little Twitter. See if we got anybody to come in here. We'll chat. We do have our first comment. B. Hawk is in the house. Took Ohio Moneyline and Bowling Green today in college basketball. Really, you're going to the action when we have tournament action. You want to head to the MAC attack. So Ohio, who do they got against Toledo? I like Toledo at home. I would have leaned Toledo there. I didn't bet it. When people come in like, who do you like? And I could run down every single game, give you a side and total. Does not mean I bet it, but I would have. If you're asking me, I like Toledo. Bowling Green today against West. Who they got? Bowling on the road against Eastern Michigan. Boy, these directional Michigan schools are terrible. One's again 19, one's again 14, one's again 3. I'd lean home dog. That's where I'd be. You guys. Excuse me. I said Eastern. You guys are playing Western Michigan, so you're laying 3 at home here. I don't know. I would take Western. Like, I look at these other lines. Again, did I dig into the MAC today? No. Do I have 6 games in other areas of college basketball today? Yes. Again, Hawk, I didn't look at the MAC. I grabbed some tournament games. I grabbed 2 other games that were not in conference play, a little AAC and a little Mountain West. The MAC does not interest me. Not till next week. Yeah, they got Western. I misspoke there. I apologize. I would lean Western. Again, did I look at these? I'm just looking at the spread. Spread-wise, that's where I would be. Mr. Vincenzo, good to see you, my friend. Where have you been? It's been a minute since you popped in. AL Central. We did a little preview on the AL Central the other day. And you know what? I think I'm going to – do we still have the banners? No, the banners are all long gone for the NL Central. I think the Tigers are, 82.5. The Kansas City Royals are at a similar number, maybe 83. And then Cleveland was at 82. The Twins are around the same. I got to say, I already bet the under Twins total. They did nothing. They're just another year older and another year not healthier. Do they have a nice pitching staff? I like Ryan. I like Pablo Lopez. I like these young guys. Ober, decent pitching. Where are the bats for the Twins? I mean, Buxton's like in his 30s. That guy's not like a young kid anymore. Give me the under on them. The Cleveland total's 82. I mean, they won 90 games last year, and they drop off 10 wins or whatever. That's an interesting one there. And I have Kansas City and Detroit both over. Had them over both last year. I'm going to do them over this year. I would like to see the Tigers get a little more bat, a little more offensive action there. But you brought back Flannery, and you traded him away, and you still won last year, hit this total. I think they do the same. Scooble's just a flat-out ace. I like Riley Green. I'm thinking maybe Torkelson takes a step. My favorite team, though, is the Royals. I know you might think you got your regression with Waka and Lugo and stuff. I'm not happy they traded Brady Singer, but India was rookie of the year. So he adds a little pop. I got like Vinny P. I got an MVP kind of guy in Bobby Witt. We got Sally Perez. We got MJ Melendez. I know they got some other prospect. I think another first baseman. I like the Royals to win it. I like the Royals. I love Raggins. I would have liked a Raggins Singer dynamic duo, but what are we going to do? But for me, it's the Royals, Tigers, I guess Cleveland, Twins, and Chicago. That would be my little breakdown for the AL Central there. But let's hit some games for today here. Underway. High Point up 13 here. I had nothing in this game. Southern Illinois and Drake just tipped here. Drake was up to a 10-point favorite last I saw. It was 8 overnight, up to 10. I expect them to come back here. I mean, they're 27-3. I hope if they get upset and they say they win today, they end up 28-4 or something. Are you telling me that we're going to not have Drake in here? Let me pull you off here so it's like I'm lecturing you on Drake. Do we bounce them from the NCAA to bring in Arkansas at 20-15 or whatever the hell record they're going to have? Can I please get a second good mid-major team? Is that too much to ask to get a second mid-major as opposed to a team out of the SEC? Oh, here comes Arkansas. Arkansas is 18-12. What are they going to be? 19-13. They're going to get in. We got to put them in here. They got 13 losses, but they lost to all these other teams. Come on, man. Bradley's 24. I'd rather have Northern Iowa at say 21 or 22-12 or something in there. But no, we're gonna get a bunch of crappy SEC middling teams. Give me the top teams out of Mountain West instead. So tonight's big games here. Big games. I don't even know if we call them big games. We do have Illinois and Purdue. I like Illinois here. They're laying 3.5, whatever it is right now. Final home game. You think it'd be a little pumped up. Purdue's actually beating you. They take care of you in a series. Give me the Illini here. Purdue 5-5 on the road. I like Illinois. New Mexico. We'll go to Mountain West here because I enjoy the Mountain West. And looking at these, I was saying this today in my little show about everybody's like, oh, you got to take UNLV. You got to take Colorado State here. These are nice big dogs. UNLV, you're getting 11. You're 11-8 in conference. Seems like you're a decent team. You're behind all the big dogs. New Mexico, Colorado State, Utah State, Boise, San Diego State. These teams at home, and I'll throw Boise State, they're 5.5 over Colorado State. They beat whoever they're playing. They might not cover 19 on the road or what the hell Boise was doing the other day against Air Force. At home, these teams cover the number. New Mexico at home, they've beaten up their fair share teams. Is Utah State a good team? They beat them by 3. Colorado State, they beat them by 22. Boise, they beat them by 19. San Diego State, they beat them by 16 points. This is not 11. Don't run to take UNLV. Don't run to take 5.5 for Colorado State. Not going to happen. The home team wins. Again, Boise in a revenge mode there from a loss. take yourself some Boise State there, along with New Mexico. I'll go with the faves. These little school jewels, I got a bunch of them here. I'll throw them all out, let you hear them. I probably should have made a little banner, but we got Stony Brook going off at 2 o'clock. I like Stony +6, Presbyterian +4, NCAA +8.5, Western Carolina +6, Georgia State +7, Charleston Southern +6.5. There's NIU if we want a little action. B-Hawk was looking for the action. Citadel +6, Old Dominion 8.5, late night San Diego 11. I like, I'm going to go to these dogs in these conferences. That's what I love. That's what I live for. Dog action. Portland against Pepperdine tonight. Yep. Portland was a 1-point dog. Now they're a 1-point favorite. I would, in this spot here, as much as I'm all for taking a bad team in the waves, I would probably take Portland here to get it done. That's where I would be. Did I bet this game? No. As you said here, you pull up their recent games, 87-67, 84-64. Last year, though, Pepperdine, they beat them 91-70. You look at these teams, both of them on the road, bad records, 2-9, 3-11. Pepperdine comes in dropping, 5 in a row. Portland playing a little better. 2-1 down the stretch. You got a 2-point loss. I'll even throw out the St. Mary's loss. Okay, so they're 4-2. St. Mary's, I'm not that upset about. Santa Clara losing Santa Clara. You could, you know what? Man, I might actually take a little Portland here. Looking at you lost on the road by 2 at San Diego. Not really bad. You were a 2-point pick-em game there. Pepperdine, Pacific, you won. Lose at St. Mary's, no shame in that. Beat Marymount, beat Oregon State. You lost to Santa Clara, was pretty decent. You beat Pepperdine again. You lost at Marymount, you lost to Gonzaga. They've played well down the road here. So Portland, take Portland here. Why is that? That's a 1, huh? I like Portland. Portland's home. I know Portland's not home because this is in Vegas. I guess we're talking about this goes back to the Bowling Green game we're talking about in the MAC there against Western. Yeah, again with that one, as I said, didn't look at any of these. OSC's money pouring in on Bowling Green. The line's not even moving. Not budging a bit. Don't love that. DVD says, good point on Drake. I love the madness because of mid-majors. They won't do themselves any favors by losing a bad SIU team. Nah, but here's the thing, man. If they lose today, I don't think they're bad. This is just what this is. Now, we'll be bad loss to them because they've won 9 out of 10 versus these guys. So that would be not good. But on the flip side is, if they lose, it's bad, right? Oh, my goodness. They lose to SIU, and the Salukis are in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. Tied for 8th here. They're like the 9th seed, I guess, whatever they are here. I have my bracket somewhere. I'm not going to dig for it. Now, if Auburn loses to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If they lose to Vanderbilt or Arkansas, oh, that's a great win for that team. This is how tough this conference is. What are you talking about? They got the same record, and you're just in the SEC, and I'm in the Missouri Valley. One team's going to get a lot of hype. Look at this. They're good. It's not that a team that's won 19 or 20 or whatever kind of streak these Duke, Auburn, whoever, any kind of number one team in their conferences, they're all on some kind of monster run. If they get upset, no one's going to flinch. Duke loses to Clemson. All right, they lost to Clemson. Auburn loses to Kentucky, Vanderbilt, whoever. It's not a big deal. Nobody will be like, well, you know what? The SEC is just so tough. New Mexico loses to somebody in their thing. We can't really take them. This is not good. It's a bunch of crap, DVD. It's totally unfair. You could see why these little conferences, just like in football, they're going to stop doing championship games because why? Why the hell should the Big 12 play a championship game or the ACC when they're going to get penalized because the SEC is going to get 6 of the 8 teams in or some nonsense? They're doing the same thing with this freaking NCAA basketball. I mean, the SEC and the Big 10 or Big 20, whatever the hell they are now, all these little guys, they're just going to be eventually moved to the NIT, or not even the NIT. I think the NCAA is going to swallow up that so they can have 124 crap teams going. Ridiculous. Instead of leave it, you get good points. Yeah, don't get me on a total rant here about the nonsense of these games, these tournaments. It's just a total mess here. We talked about the Purdue game, Dayton and the Rams here. Oh, we got them. Oh, they're scrolling. I was like, where are they coming up here? So here's a little A10 action here. You got VCU, who again, VCU is a nice little team. And as we're talking about the Missouri Valley, we can throw these guys right in the mix here as well. I mean, let's be honest. 25-5. Say if St. Bonaventure or George Washington trips these guys up. Oh my goodness. Are they going to get in that large bid? They're going to be sweating. They could go 15-2 in conference play, lose in like the second round, have 27 wins, and be like, well, I don't think this team's any good. How bad is that? That's where we're on basketball. And I think the majority of people would rather watch VCU play than Oklahoma. Well, Oklahoma's got a fan base. It's come on. I think the fans, they damn well everybody loves the underdogs, which is why none of these schools even schedule these kind of other schools in regular season, whether it's football or basketball. And why the NCAA tournament, when it's time to do these seeds, look at this. Oh, it's Wichita versus Gulf Coast. It's Grand Canyon versus St. Mary's. They put all the little guys all together so they can knock each other out, and then they won't pull that upset in the first and second round versus one of their prime schools here. What do we have here? So VCU won by 5, and they lost. Well, that was last year's game. That was a little tournament action, so they got a little revenge going. You know what? This is a big number here. As much as I love VCU and I think they're a pretty good team, is the 9.5? Are they begging you to take the 9.5 here or 9 points? I want to lean Dayton, believe it or not. For those out there, if anybody cares on this game, I know it's scrolling if you see it down here. If anybody wants it, that's what I'm looking at that one. Portland, you first half. I would do Portland first half in the game. I mean, I just looked over the numbers there. You saw me go over their schedule, how they're playing. I like Portland. I might add Portland for myself today. Ninja, Purdue, Illinois over 159. We know you love Purdue. I just prefer Illinois. You want to go over to 159? I'm going to say okay because I think I think Illinois is going to cover the 3.5. So, yes. South Florida and Memphis. I'll tell you what, I already got Memphis in the pocket, and I'll be putting up a best bet total in this game for those interested in this one here. The Johnnies and Marquette. What is this for tomorrow? We have a little preview for tomorrow's action. St. John's looking to. And again, this is where a team talk about you get your little tripped up spot because St. John's has wrapped up the East. Do they continue winning? Do they get knocked off in a tournament by somebody? Or the Big East tournament, when I say tournament, because we're talking conference tournaments right now. Marquette. I had UConn the other night versus these guys. I think Marquette at home will be a play here. Marquette's probably going to be a 2-point fave. I will take Marquette. If you see it scrolling on the bottom here. Kentucky and Mizzou. Missouri is playing some decent basketball. I am not loving Kentucky. We're going to have Mizzou at home. probably a 4 or 5 point favorite. If I'm hoping for Mizzou at 3. If I get Mizzou at 3, count me in over Kentucky. Count me in. Bama and Auburn. Here we go. I mean, I've tried this before, and I've just lost with this total. He had Alabama. Excuse me. Yeah, well, Alabama Auburn under the first time they played. I had the Alabama Florida under the other day. I'm not doing it. I'm not going to fall for the old banana in the tailpipe. I'm going to go over. I don't care. What to be 178 again, 175 up there. Why wouldn't I do it? Why wouldn't I take it? And I'll tell you what, I think Auburn's the play here as well. The Alabama, for me, defensively, these cats got problems. I mean, I can't trust them. I cannot trust them. I mean, are they going to win? No way they lose 3 in a row. What do you mean no way? A team could lose 3 in a row. They could definitely lose 3 in a row. I'll take Auburn. We're going to lay. What's that number going to be here? I mean, Auburn at home. 13 to Ole Miss, 14 to Georgia, 16 to Arkansas, 11 to Florida. I mean, they're going to be 7-point favorites here. They'll probably be 7-point favorites. Duke and the Tar Heels. Who put this one in here, Jim? The Tar Heels. Like, this is even a good team. Just take Duke. If I'm a Tar Heel fan, I want Duke to kick our teeth in, and then we just fire the coach and because this is just not a good North Carolina program right now. They were 2 years ago? They were number 1 preseason team. They even make the tournament this year again. Not ranked, whatever you're going to get excited about the rankings. That's to me, that's neither here nor there. It's a good kind of jump point. You figure, okay, these magazine guys and everybody kind of knows who's on staffs and benches and stuff like that. It's a good kind of starting point here. And at 2011, you think it's not too bad because you run down our losses. And I've done this a couple times when we've done our free pick videos here on the Winner Circle YouTube channel. That's what Matt Fargo and Brian Biller usually do, college hoops. Lose at Kansas. It's not a bad loss. I mean, I know Kansas got some losses here. I'm not going to be upset to lose to Kansas. I'm not being upset to lose to Auburn on a neutral, Michigan State on a neutral, Alabama. I mean, Alabama's still good too. You lost to Florida. Is Florida a bad team? UCLA. Is UCLA a bad team? No. Louisville. Louisville's not a bad team. This isn't last year's. Louisville's a much improved team. You lost to Stanford and Wake Forest back-to-back. You needed OT the next day, the next game against Boston College. I mean, they're strong. You take away that BC, you lost at Pitt, you lost at Duke the next 2 weeks. Then you beat Pitt by 1, and you lost to Clemson, who, again, is a good team. Who'd you beat? Syracuse, NC State, Virginia, Florida State, Miami, and Virginia Tech right now. That is the dregs of the ACC. I'll lay 11 with Duke. I mean, you want to do a Duke team total over as well? Miami, BC, these are all bottom tier teams here for North Carolina, and yet and this is again, people ask like, oh, how do you jump into the MEAC and the AA MAC and these conferences, SWAC for conference tournaments, the SoCon, Big South. Well, I'll go to the conference play. And yeah, NC, 13-6. Who are all the losses to? All the losses are to the teams that are ahead of them and are their equals. They're not beating the good teams. It's like Duke is 18-1 and Louisville 17-2. Clemson 17-2. If you think UNC is good, they have the same record as SMU, and they're a game better than Wake Forest at 12-7, and 2 games better than 11-8 Stanford. Duke's going to win this game. Duke's winning. Bradley against Murray State. This is a 4 still. Let's do a quick little look. Why do I want to pull the trigger on Murray? You're asking me, I'm telling you. I will like Murray State here. Let's see. The 2 games this year. We got an overtime Bradley win at home and a Bradley 7-point win on the road. Last year we had an 8-point Bradley game. And then we go back to 2023s. We have Murray winning 2 out of 3. Bradley's coming in 5-5 ATS, 5-4-1 for Murray. I'd still lean Murray. Give me the Racers. Presby and Radford under 61 first half. Hey, listen, I like Presby for the game. You want to go under in these little conferences? Tends to be the look in tournament time. I can say okay to that, Ninja. Again, didn't bet it. I ran down. I said I like Presby beginning of the show for some of these games. But there's that. Oh, that's it. It's going to be a short show today when nobody comes in to say hello to me. Oh, we got a private chat. Mizzou is 3. Here we go, Jim. Thank you. Here we go. Duke's 11.5. All right. Yeah. So Duking around. Bama's going to be plus 7.5 and a 177.5. Again, give me Auburn any over. And Mizzou's a 3. I love Mizzou. There you go. You got a premium pick from me. 331 wins at Gamblers.net. There's 3. Well, I have more wins today, but there's a win for Saturday for you. Mizzou. So you see up at the top here, College Hoops March Madness packages up. You get me, any of the other cappers. I mentioned a bunch of guys here who are on the sites. We got the old school regime guys, right? We got Chip, Doug, Feist, Mark Lawrence. We got young cats. We got Kyle Hunter. And Rob Vincelenti's been around for a minute. We got you covered here. Brian Bittler. Got some newer guys. Matt Fargo. We got the old crew, old school style. Head on over to GamblersWorld.net, our sponsor, and check it out. More comments. Here's Ramon's in the house, my guy Ramon. Good to see you, Ramon. Guys says, what's the most common mistake bettors make when betting on higher seeded teams? Gavin, is it a mistake? People are always going to bet the higher seed teams. They like to bet higher seed teams. They like to bet favorites. They like to bet overs. It's not really a common mistake. It's just what people are doing. You're just wired to take the favorite. Look at this. Oklahoma City Thunder are 3-point favorites over the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers stink tonight, right? Trailblazers are terrible. How is it line 3? Easy money. And again, do I blindly tell you to take dogs? Blindly tell you to take unders or take overs or favorites? You got to be able to mix it up. You should always have your own kind of little set of numbers, what you think the line should be. And if you like a fave, you like a fave. I'm telling you, I like an 11-point road favorite in Duke tomorrow. Now, I'll also tell you that taking double-digit road favorites is probably not a recipe for success long-term. But sometimes there are spots to take favorites. I just don't think – I don't think. I pretty much know that people want to bet favorites all the time. And that's absolutely 100% true. Been doing shows and videos and all types of things for a long time, Gavin, years and years and years. YouTube, Blog Talk Radio, all types of crap. We just want to take fave. Oh, well, they should win. It's easy. Well, they should win, but Dodgers are a pretty damn good baseball team. They're projected to win 104 games last year. They didn't. Take faves, they do lose. But as opposed to a mistake, I don't think there's a what's the common mistake would be what? Doing a minus $1,500 money line and then saying the game's rigged after it loses. It's not a mistake. Favorites win. I'm not one of those guys like, oh, it's a public fave. It's a public dog. That's why I want to bet my college basketball, baseball the night before. My NFL football, I'm betting 10 games before. I'm betting on Friday for the next Sunday. NCAA tournament, I'll be betting Sunday. Those lines come out. I'll be betting Sunday at 7:05, 8:15, whenever they pop up. I'm not waiting for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, game at 12:15. Who do they got today? No, No. And if you don't have money to bet 5 days out, I don't know what to tell you. Keep having fun betting. Have fun betting that first basket in the NBA. Anytime shots on goal, whatever the hell you're doing. Anywho, that is my little rant of rantness. Next week, the big boys start up. Gamblers World and Winner Circle will have your college hoops free picks. NBA, I'll see with NBA. I think we'll really hit the tournaments. We're going to have championship games, regular tournament games. If you haven't checked out already on the Winner Circle YouTube, we've dropped a couple Major League Baseball divisions where we talked about win totals, who our thought was to win each division. Short little shows, 10, 15 minutes. We'll be going forward with Major League Baseball pretty soon. NBA playoffs on deck. No hockey. Not going to give you hockey. Doug wants to come do hockey. He can do hockey. I'm not a hockey guy. The March Madness package is up right now, $2.99 through the championship game. Everything. Get your Big South champion. You get your America East champion. You get your Big 10, Big 12, NCAA, NIT, whatever. We got all new types of little mini tournaments going on. They're all covered. Go get it at gamblersworld.net. More importantly, though, leave comments on the free picks. Let us know who you like. Let me know who you like because I'm always in there doing the videos every day. So, and there you go. Like, subscribe, notification bells on. Stop Gio's in the house. Good to see you, Gio. And that's a wrap. Maybe next week. I'm sure next week with the big guys, with the big tournaments, I'm sure we'll have a little more people interested than these smaller ones. A lot more livelier show when you have Michigan playing Ohio State and Duke, whoever they're playing, all going on a Friday afternoon. I'm sure some other guys on the site will join me as well those days. But those who stop by, thanks for spending some time with me. Good luck this weekend. See you on Monday. Bye-bye.